Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about how photography really is just a question of mindset. So what inspired this video was that I was talking to somebody the other day who said, oh yeah, I used to do photography, but now my camera just sits at home in the bag because the problem is there's nothing to photograph where I live, or I just don't get amazing weather conditions. So yeah, they stopped doing photography a couple of years ago, I think. So I thought what I would do for this, rather than go to the big city or some epic landscape location, that I would just stay local for this, because obviously it fits with the theme. And I'm going to show you how even in local environments, there is always something that we can photograph. So for me, this type of local photography is all about just capturing the essence of where you live. So I'm lucky enough to have a tram line running close to where I live, so which is what you can see obviously behind me here. So the weather's pretty changeable today. It's a bit of a mix of sunshine and cloud. At the moment cloudy, but I'm doing all the video early, just before lots of people come out, etc. It is on a Sunday morning this. But I will get some people coming later. So I'm going to incorporate the tram really heavily as part of my photography today. And there's lots of options along the entire tram line for some really nice shots, and hopefully also incorporating the tram as well. So I think as photographers, sometimes we find lots of reasons not to go out. So we wake up and we think, the weather's not perfect. There's no fog, particularly doing landscape photography. Or, it's raining, or I don't know, it's a bit cold or windy, etc. Yeah, we really need to kind of change that mindset there. And just, I've had plenty of occasions where I've woken up and not felt like doing photography. But then I've gone out, done photography, and actually been really, really pleased with the results. So I've reached the destination I was looking for. This is going to be quite noisy because I'm standing on a bridge directly above the Autobahn, but you can see behind me here that there is a bridge going on. In fact, let me move location. Right, that's better, a little bit quieter, because I really wanted to do the video from the top of that bridge there, but I think it's going to be way too noisy with the traffic. So what I'm waiting for is a tram to come along that bridge. So I think that's going to look really, really good. Now what I'm doing is, because it is a Sunday, so the trams are less frequent. So I'm actually going to get my phone out in a second, and I know which two tram stops I'm standing between. So I'm going to check my phone to see what time the next tram is likely to pass. And I don't mind whether it's going in either of the directions, but it just means that I can maybe just, if it's going to be 15 minutes, first it means I can take time to get the composition right. And once I've got that, I can also just take a few other shots as well whilst I'm waiting. But I just find it far easier to kind of look these things up if possible. And again, actually, this is where local knowledge can really pay benefit. Now, if you've watched this channel for long enough, you know that I've really moved on from just doing landscapes. Firstly, because my interests in photography have changed, or extended, I would say, rather than changed. I still do landscape. But we all spend, a lot of money on equipment. Some of you guys are probably spending way more on gear than I am. But, again, if we're going to be spending that money, why then just keep all of that in the bag and not use it? I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos recently, Someone commented the other day, oh, you're very active on YouTube. Well, firstly, because, I'm really enjoying my photography at the moment. I'm really enjoying doing the videos, but also, I'm paying for, subscriptions like using Premiere Pro. I've got Lightroom and Photoshop. I've invested in the camera gear. So why not make the most of that and use it to do something that I enjoy doing? Use it for being creative. So to maybe inspire you to come out and do a bit more photography, let me just talk about the types of things I look for in any weather conditions, really. So certainly the use of colours and colour combinations is what I'm looking for. So, this time of the year, there's going to be people wearing hopefully some kind of brighter colour jackets. Cycling is quite big here. So there's always cyclists. There's always people walking past. As I said, I can use trams. I can also use cars as well. And just trying to find some nice color combinations. The other thing I also look for are things like textures. The key is, though, just to come out with a completely open mind. That is the quickest way to just change that mentality. And also don't restrict yourself and say, well, I only do this type of photography. I only do that type of photography. As I said, I've adapted over time, changed my photography to some degree, but that's because I just have an interest in photography in general. And I certainly don't call myself a landscape photographer or an urban photographer. I'm just a photographer. I shouldn't say just. Just is a terrible word in the English language, isn't it? No one's just anything. But you get the idea. I'm a photographer. I'm not a specific type of photographer. So if you haven't picked up your camera for a couple of months, or who knows, even a couple of years, then I would actively encourage you just to get out, regardless of the weather, regardless of where you live. And if you do leave it too long as well, it becomes even harder to get out. So, sometimes, as I said, we make so many excuses why not to do photography. We just need to change that mentality and get out there and try different things and be flexible with our approach. So I'm looking forward to getting everything back into Lightroom and seeing what I've got and seeing how I can also edit these photos as well. And of course, I've changed my editing style depending on the type of photo that I have. As always, thank you for watching and see you next time.